What's up, y'all? It's DJ Trice, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Post Up, where I stay posted right here, running my mouth about sports, y'all. Today, I'm talking my NBA Finals predictions. I'm calling it early. It's gonna be the Pacers versus the Thunder, and I'll get into why. Plus, the WNBA Week 2 has been full of storylines. Paige Becker's homecoming, Kelsey Plum is on a tear, Caitlin Clark is injured, and the Valkyries are finally making some noise. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Post Up. Let's get right into it. If this is your first time here, don't make it your last. Go ahead and click subscribe. I'm always here running my mouth about all things sports, especially basketball, women's basketball, but any trending topic is not off limits for me. For those of y'all that have been rocking with me in audio, I definitely appreciate you, and I'll see you on the Spotify. I'm starting off the show running my mouth about NBA basketball because honestly, y'all haven't heard me talk that much about the NBA because I've been so frustrated with my Lakers. You know, WNBA season started right when the Lakers got eliminated, so I just kind of switched it out. All my joy left the men's side and I went over to the women's side. But I have been lurking in the shadows and watching the games and honestly enjoying the series. I do think that OKC has played a great streak of playoff basketball. I think they were a lot more prepared this year than they've ever been. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, his game is so smooth, they call him Shea Butter. And that's just because it's hard to guard him. You can't get him off the dribble. His timing is all weird. They call him a foul baiter, a foul merchant. He did another 30-point game with no fouls. You can't stop him. The guy is having a really great streak. It's wonderful to see a person like him also appreciate his teammates. I just think the Oklahoma City Thunder have a great team. Even Alex Caruso is showing up. The Thunder are playing exceptionally well basketball. Hartenstein joining the team also was a great move. Chet is playing well. They got threats off the bench, on the bench. There's so many things happening with OKC. So I've been enjoying it. They are at a 3-1 lead over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, the Timberwolves were coming in hot, but they had that playoff buzz. You feel me? Not that they weren't playing great right before the playoffs, but they just weren't having a good season. They weren't figuring it out. Everybody wasn't healthy. They had a great playoff push that got them to this position. They were dogs. They eliminated two great teams, the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors. So now we're here and they're beating the guys. These are the guys that everybody was trying to beat. The big bad wolves, no pun intended there, but and they're getting dominated. I don't see this going to a 7-game series. I think the next game will be the final game, and the Thunder will take the series 4-1. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got MVP this week. We are not shocked by that because he has been having MVP behavior, y'all. Jokic had a great season. He was the second runner-up, but his team didn't make it, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But also Shai, without even mentioning Jokic, has had an MVP caliber season around that Oklahoma City Thunder team. I am shocked, though, that on his MVP announcement, he didn't have a terrible game. A lot of people get the trophy and then start to slack off. He is very much like next game up. They're just trying to make it. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to do it. They are locked in. They have the best defensive rating in the West. The team is looking nasty. I thought the Knicks were going to be like this. But they are nothing like this. And not to hop over to the East because we're talking about the West, but the Knicks, man, that is just looking like a letdown. Looking like a fraud in the very same way that the Cavaliers led the league all season in scoring and wins and all these different things. And then you get to the playoffs and it's like, what are we doing here? There are so many different reasons why people believe that each team is not, making it. I think the Pacers are just showing up for the moment. They have more energy. They are fighting for it. They want to win. Trice with his overrated, I guess that hurt his feelings because he's playing a lot better. So what the hell, Burton? He doing his thing over there. It's looking like the Pacers are going to take that, but I won't count the Knicks out. I've counted the Timberwolves out on the West in the Western Conference. On the Eastern Conference, I'm not counting them out just yet. I think the Knicks still can show up. They can do their thing. They can fight for it. They can have a push to throw Indiana off their game, but We will have to see. I think this is one of those effort things. You either got it or you don't got it. You either that guy or you not that guy. And we are going to see what is happening with the Knicks in these next upcoming games. Now, the Pacers lead the Knicks 2-1. Game 4 is happening tonight. Tyrese Halliburton, his dad gets to come back. He can sit in the suite. He's not going to be on the court, but I'm glad they let his dad back. Also, the Pacers bench has been integral in their success. Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, Aaron Nesmith, all these people, whereas the Knicks aren't really relying on their bench. They just running their starters non-stop, and it's just there's no X factor then. There's no guy that's on the bench that can kind of go off. So I'm looking forward to the Knicks showing off more of their bench to pull off this series, and the Thunder taking the next game and just moving on. Now, the Thunder versus the Pacers. If we're going to talk about that prediction, I still think the Thunder take it. It might go to a 6-game series, but the Thunder has that defense, but they also got fast transition offense and defense, whereas the Pacers have the pace and the creativity. You never know where it's kind of going to come from. Tyrese is throwing dimes. That's the kind of flow that they got. This is the first time where one of the first times where both teams are first-time franchise winners. So this will be the first time that the Indiana Pacers win or the Oklahoma City Thunder. Excited for both. If the Oklahoma City Thunder lock down this championship, y'all, we could be talking about a dynasty because they're young. They're going to get better. They're already playing so well in comparison to a team like Boston, where they had the dynasty thing. It seemed like it should have worked again, but they weren't as healthy and teams kind of picked them apart. Whereas now, with Shai having his first MVP season, you have an opportunity to have these humble guys who have been growing it together, have this camaraderie, just get better, and they're going to be the team to beat next season. But we'll see how these NBA finals continue to go. Let me know in the comments what you think about my thoughts, and drop your thoughts in there. I want to hear your predictions. I'll go back and forth with you. Y'all know I comment in the comments. It is week 2 of the WNBA season, and things are starting off just like they ended, to be honest. Minnesota Lynx are #1 in the league right now, right behind the New York Liberty. So the teams that were in the WNBA finals are slated already to do the same thing. And that is basically because they got the same teams. They didn't bust up their teams because they already had figured out something that worked. They added a couple pieces, but didn't subtract the major pieces. So it's no wonder that these teams aren't better than other teams right now because they already got their systems in place. They got a lot of the same key players and things are rolling. Let's kick it over to LA, of course, right? Kelsey Plum is doing her thing for the LA Sparks and doing so much more than just being the leading scorer right now. She's being a necessary voice of leadership in the locker room and throughout the organization. Kelsey Plum has also been taking accountability for some of the Sparks' shortcomings, saying that she has to be better. One game she had 8 turnovers. She came back the next game and showed us she could do better. They're still figuring it all out. They're putting the pieces together, but with a new coach and a new roster, there's not much more you can ask of the LA Sparks, who are sitting at 2-3 as of this morning. So much more coming from my LA Sparks. Kelsey Plum is definitely having an MVP season. Hopefully the Sparks can string together some wins so that we can get Kelsey that MVP vote. Moving on to the new kid on the block, Paige making her Connecticut debut with the Dallas Wings. Huge moment. Glad she got that full circle moment. The crazy thing about rookies, y'all, is like 2 months ago, they were just playing at their colleges. So it's cool that in the same year, in March, Paige could be going through March Madness with her school and then come back in the summertime with her WNBA team and start for the Dallas Wings as their new franchise player on her home court. Averaging 13.6 assists as a rookie is amazing. Not enough noise is being made about this. Last year when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were rookies, they were talking about stats back and forth. This year, no one is talking about how Paige Bueckers is translating her game straight through from college to the WNBA and doing a great job. I'm excited to see how her team will grow around her though. Arike is not being Arike yet, but Paige is fitting right in with the offense. They did take away some other key players. So I'm excited to see what the Dallas Wings do, but especially proud of Paige Bueckers and what she is doing so far this season. Caitlin Clark has injured her quad, so she will be out for at least 2 weeks, y'all. It's got everybody stressed. The WNBA MVP projections have dropped. Ticket sales are down. The whole world is panicking. Y'all, she gonna be back. It's a little quad strain. 2 weeks, it's the beginning of the season. We're in week 2 of the season. She'll be back in 2 weeks. That's week 4. She gonna be back, y'all. Everybody's gotta stop tripping. And the Indiana Fever still will be doing good without Caitlin Clark. They've got a brand new roster that can play some basketball. I think they can string together 4 quarters of basketball to get some wins together while their star is on the bench. Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell are going to turn up the game since Caitlin is not there, and Kelsey Mitchell been waiting on her moment. She loves her point guard, and Caitlin Clark has been getting the ball in her hands, but let's be serious here. Kelsey Mitchell is a scorer. It is a reason why the Indiana Fever re-signed her while they had Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston. They need their big 3. I think the Indiana Fever can hold it down until they get back. The team chemistry has been looking great though, but it will be tested because Caitlin Clark is not there to facilitate and handle the ball. So how will the Indiana Fever play without Caitlin Clark? We will see for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll, kind of assess where the Fever will be in case Caitlin Clark is not healthy at the end of this. Since we're talking about injuries, one of the most notable injuries was Rickea Jackson last week with the LA Sparks about 7 days ago. She collided with one of her teammates and sustained a concussion. She's in concussion protocol, but just this morning in practice, it looked like she was doing good. She is listed for probable as today, but we'll reassess next week what's happening with Rickea Jackson, but the Sparks definitely need her. Let's move on to the new kids on the block, the Golden State Valkyries. They're doing an impeccable job, y'all. They got spanked by the Sparks 2 times straight in the preseason game, and then their season opener was spoiled by Kelsey Plum going off by 37 points. They returned the favor and came into Crypto.com Arena and beat the Sparks, y'all. So they are on the rise. They're officially 2-1. I'm telling you this information because I want to show love to the new WNBA franchise, y'all. They are our new crosstown rivals. So even though we got a little war going back and forth, we really wish the Golden State Valkyrie the best. So if the NBA finals end up cooking up and the Thunder are against the Pacers, let me know what you think about it, but I still got the Thunder, and you can say you heard it here first. On the WNBA side, the talent is really crazy this year. The players want more roster numbers, and I agree with them because we got some injuries early in the season, but we've been seeing some really good games so far. Like, share, comment all of your thoughts from today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Post Up. I go by the name of DJ Trice, and I'm always posted up right here running my mouth about sports. If you are on social media, type into any platform that you're on, DJ Trice, and follow me. That's DJ Tricey. I'll tap in with y'all next week for a brand new episode of The Post Up. But in the meantime, in between time, tap in with me on social media and on LA Sparks Weekly, because of course WNBA basketball is going on, and I got the hookup with all the behind the scenes. It's DJ Trice, y'all. I'll see y'all next episode.